Now, what I could gather, the best way to do this is with contact cement. And now, as you may or may not remember, I'm not really a big fan of contact cement. So I'm going to do the old-fashioned way. Staples and patience. So I'm going to go over the entire surface. One little red fuzzy could ruin your day and spoil your mood in a hurry. Go over it with my hands, just make sure I don't feel anything underneath the other red fuzzies. I don't know where those are coming from. Better to find them now. All right, looks good. Now I'm gonna just lay it out exactly where I want it. And I want this, one edge of this fabric has a seam on it, if you will. And I want that to be right at the bottom edge of my slate backing. Well, I'll tell you what, there's not a whole lot of extra here. Now, one thing I figured out from my research when trying to figure out how to do this was with this particular fabric, there's about 2 inches of stretch that you need. So I'm going to mark, I'm actually going to draw a line on my fabric. So when I'm pulling it, I know how far to go. All right, time to fire up the compressor and start doing some stapling. All right, it's now or never. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm actually gonna pull in my sides, pull in the sides here about 1/2 inch, 5/8 of an inch on each, because I want to have enough slack in the side pocket so that I can have enough to fold it down. Just gonna eyeball this. Looks good. Come down the corner, give it a good tug. Same thing on the other corner. Now just tack down the rest of the edge. All right, switch to the other side. Once again, I'll start with the side pocket, and I want to make sure I got some slack in there. Come down to the end. You will need a fair amount of muscle. Beautiful. Now it's time to do the ends. All right, let's do the ends. Now to do the same on the other side. Now there are probably hundreds of different ways to do this. Ask 100 people, you'll probably get 100 different answers. This is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a cut right down the middle, then one, then two more each that way, and then we'll fold it down. Well, I did not do that very well. I'd like to have that one back. Well, I'm not very proud of that side pocket, but nothing I can do about it now. It's going to have to do. Let's see if I can do better on the corner. Did much better job on the corner. I'll repeat all the way around. All right, fabric is in place. It's nice and taut, and it looks great. Came out really nice. Not too happy with the side pocket, this side pocket. The other side pocket did a much better job on. The corner pockets came out great, but hey, next time it'll be perfect, right? Now for the part I really don't like, cutting slots or holes in the fabric for the rail bolts. All right, let's put this baby together. All right, I got the pockets all attached. Now it's time to bolt the rails to the table. Now when I ordered them under rail plates, I also ordered these special washers. They were really cheap, and why not? They're supposed to be resilient to vibration. It only cost me a couple bucks to do the whole table, so why not? All right, I got my rail bolts started, and they're just sitting there loosely. So now what I've done is I've actually attached some string to my end rail. And I've already made sure that my end rails and my side rails are square. So now I'm just making sure that both my side rails are parallel on the same line. And this one has to go out just a smidge. All right, that looks really good. I'll go ahead and tighten the bolts on this side. I'll repeat on the other side. Then all that's left to do is put them head and foot spots on. Using my string once again, I center my spot before I apply it. And these work pretty well, and once they wear out, we just replace them. They're really cheap. All right, I've gone around and I've tightened all my rail bolts, and everything's tight and everything looks great. Now the pockets are loose, so I have to go underneath the table, trim them up, and staple them underneath the table. And once that's done, a little time with a brush, and this baby's finally done. Well, I can honestly say that I've never used a whole gallon of wood glue on any project before, but I did on this one. I think I got that much left. It was pretty cool. Now this little drawer I made down here works out really well for ball storage, rack storage, and just about anything pool related. It was a fun project. I gotta admit, I'm glad it's over, but it was a fun project. Maybe one day I will build that 9-footer.